Okay, welcome everybody, and please join me in welcoming our race number 2 participants, Blobbity and Carbasi.
Hello.
Hi.
Welcome, and big thank you to my co-commentator, FC Racer.
Good morning, Mr. Majima. How are you today?
Hey, FC, I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. It's nice, bright, early here over in the West Coast, but I'm looking forward to some more Moonberry Cup.
Here we go. I'm excited. I was laughing. Winners POV over here. Blobbity, confident.
I have no other ideas. Leave me be.
Confident file name from Blobbity. This is a Topaz League race. Any percent, same category as we just saw, but it's going to be a little bit different. It's going to be a little bit faster. I think we're probably going to see. I don't know. Do you both do 5B?
Nope, I don't.
Not.
No, 5A v 5A. Okay, interesting. But we're definitely going to see more consistency, faster movement. Okay. Maybe.
Wouldn't be so sure about that.
We were both saying in the audience chat that the times that Curse and Adrian got are the sort of times that we think we'll probably end up getting.
That's true. I mean, they definitely both went and crushed it today.
Smashed their PBs.
Smashing PBs in the Moonberry Cup.
Completely.
You love to see it.
Honestly, huge congrats to those two.
Absolutely. Same rules apply here. Just when you're ready, go to the postcard screen. We'll do the countdown of 3, 2, 1, go. We'll sync those up as best we can after each level, with the exception of probably prologue. We don't have to look at the journal after prologue. We'll open up the journals. We'll take a look and see where we are with times. So the postcard screen indicates that you are ready to run, and I will do the countdown. If you need a break, just don't go to the postcard screen yet. And then, of course, Summit does not have a postcard screen, so we just do the same type of thing, ready up at the climb screen. It looks like both racers are in position, so if you're ready, we can begin.
Sure.
Sure.
Okay, let's do it. Race number 2 starts in 3, 2, 1, go. FC, what do we see? Tell us a little bit about prologue. Pretty quick, but you can optimize your speed here.
Yeah, so Madeline is missing a few essential pieces to her tool set here, which we'll get at the end. But it's a great little tutorial that'll kind of explain to new players how to navigate in the controls by our lovely bird friend here. So you can climb, you can jump, and then soon you'll be able to dash. But what we can do is we can kind of clip these corners, and we get a little bit of movement here. Also, as you'll see on both runner screens, you can do a little bit of a bunny hop here, and each jump saves 2 frames.
Mm-hmm.
So the more you can get in, the faster time you can get.
Yeah, absolutely.
And of course, our dash at the end.
That's how quick prologue is. Very nicely done by both runners. And we're ready to head into the first real chapter here, Forsaken City. So whenever you guys are ready, go ahead to the postcard screen. We'll count down into the city.
All right, ready?
Okay, here we go. Runners are ready. Let's begin. Forsaken City in 3, 2, 1, go. Good luck to both runners. From chat, we are ready for a nice race here. City is a quick chapter, but you can spend a lot of time optimizing it. I think probably these runners will be happy with anything under a minute 20.
Yeah, that sounds about right. City is also the most, I think it's the most quote-unquote competitive IL category.
It's very possible.
Yeah, there's a lot of runners here.
It's a short chapter, but there's a lot of like really small movement optimizations, and I think that's the thing that appeals to speedrunners is, you know, how fast and clean can you get all your movements down.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Each screen just has, like, it's crazy to see this run from like a first-time playthrough versus the speedrun because it is completely different.
Yeah.
Like every room has something that you can just, you know, some tricks and some cool speed tech that are available.
Absolutely.
And also the soundtrack's great.
Soundtrack,
Great opening tune.
It is a bop. It is a bop. First steps. And carbasi looks like first to the finish. Blobbity right behind, though. Nicely done by both runners. Let's open up those journals real quick and take a look. I think carbasi had maybe 4 or 5 seconds advantage here. Yep, looks like about a 5-second advantage here to carbasi right out of the gate. First 2 chapters are going to be pretty quick, and you're not going to see a huge time difference either way. That really is going to start in chapter 3, but let's get ready to do Old Site.
Any cold hands in the chat?
Please warm up your hands, guys. Please.
I'm trying.
It's good for gaming. Okay, let's drop into the dreamy, ethereal Old Site in 3, 2, 1, go. What's up, Quantum? Welcome in. Welcome in, everybody. This is the second race of the 17th ever Moonberry Cup. And this is Old Site. FC, what's your opinion on Old Site? What do you think?
I love this chapter. It's not my favorite, but it's definitely one of the ones I do enjoy a lot. From the story elements, there's a lot of great story elements here, and I think this chapter in my first playthrough is where I was like, okay, things are not as they seem. It's not just a simple platformer trying to get to the top of the mountain. Things are getting a little interesting. And this chapter is what I think pulls a lot of people into the game, where they're just like, okay, well, I have to keep going now.
Yeah, definitely agree. And if you're worried about spoilers, you're not going to get any in a speed run. We skip all the story and all the cutscenes, but the story is very powerful. And if you have not played this game casually, even if you're not interested in speed running it, I would highly recommend it. It's very, very accessible. You don't have to be really skilled gamer to get through it. That does a really great job of progressing you along, and the story is outstanding.
Oh, absolutely. This is a future masterpiece, if not already.
Oh, absolutely.
I know a lot of people that have already played it. They definitely see it, and I'm gonna be brave and controversial. Madeline, as we go down in history later on in the years, will be on the same pillar as Mario and Sonic and all those other iconic characters. I'm calling it now. You're hearing it first.
You heard it here first, everyone.
Yep.
Okay, and both runners actually really clean, really nice through here. Carbasi first to the kind of the finish line here. Blobbity right behind. Once you get through this battle and chase section, the rest is just movement optimization. Try and get through here as quick as you can.
So we got carbasi and Awake. There's no hazards here, except for these annoying springs, but they don't, outright destroy you. But Awake is also very technical. That's actually a very good time there. Blobbity coming through. Let's see if she can get some good movement here. So far, so good.
Nicely done.
Avoiding those ever villainous springs. Springs are always evil.
Yeah, they slow you down. Slow is bad. Okay, let's open up the journals. And FC, what do you got? What do you see for time so far?
So we're looking at about a 20-second difference. I think the big one, Blobbity, I believe, might have taken a death in the final battling room. I'm not 100% sure.
No, I had a few deaths earlier in intervention. That's what caused it.
Yep.
But last couple of rooms I got right, which was nice.
In 20 seconds is really not a lot in this game.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially heading into Resort.
As we head into another brave and controversial take here. My favorite chapter.
Wow.
Okay, no, you're wrong on that one.
That is brave.
Yeah. Resort is my absolute favorite chapter in the game.
DJ Tom, welcome in, and we're getting set to drop into Resort. runners are going to ready up at the postcard screens. This is the first long chapter and difficult chapter to speedrun. We're going to see who makes it out fastest. Celestial Resort, beginning in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. Oh God. We have like a slight delay because of Twitch, so we had like a future.
What was that?
Yeah,
We knew something was gonna happen there. Carbasi just like yeeting themselves into a crevasse.
let's not talk about that.
Ye old
I've done that
crevasse
more
yeet.
times than I care to admit. So
Right off the bat, once you enter the resort, you have this really tricky room here with these spinning dust bunny meatballs, and it just kind of lets you know right away, like the gloves are off. This is not going to be an easy chapter.
Mm-hmm. And also other mechanics that are introduced. We are introduced to keys for the first time.
Mhm.
So as you see, required to progress through the level. We have these tendrils that are hanging out, which
Tendrils,
are...
that's what they are. They're tendrils.
They
I was
basically,
trying to
like,
think of the word earlier.
I've heard spaghetti noodles. I have heard that before.
Yeah.
but basically, if Madeline brushes up against them, it kind of... I like to think that it just kicks up a bunch of dust, and you know how that can be if you've been like in an attic or
Allergies.
something. And yep, makes it unsafe.
Phalanges?
And so also... Yeah, that's
that a
another one too.
That just came into my head. Is that like a science term? Can someone in
I think
chat?
so.
Are
Isn't
there
that-
any scientists in chat?
See, I don't want to make the wrong... I think phalanges, isn't that like... Oh, nope. See, I'm getting that confused with appendages. Which I think is... Is it the same thing? I don't know. It's been a while since I've opened a textbook, so...
Yeah, we need a biologist.
Yep.
Phalanges are the bones in your fingers. That's from smoke pigs. I'm skeptical of
Okay.
that smoke pigs. So that's why... Oh, so Madeline's allergic to the dust. That's what happens. That could be true, I guess.
Alright, so we're in huge mess now. This is one of the things that I really liked about the level. I like that... See, so there's 3 options. You have chest, towels, and books. And the player has the option of, picking and choosing which way they go. And depending on which way they go, actually modifies the entire section. Because as we clean house, platforms and objects that Madeline can stand on are slowly going to start disappearing.
Yeah, it's really cool
So
actually that you bring that up, because I always forget, because speedrunners, for the most part, always take the same path, but casually, depending on which section you clean up first, changes kind of the layout of the other rooms. So it's a really cool like game design.
I believe in my casual playthrough, I actually lucked out and went the intended speedrun route. So there was
Same
nothing
here.
that was like different to me. I was like, okay, well, I did that in my casual playthrough. This works. And again, to further cement my reason why I love this chapter so much, I love that the difficulty jumps. The stage is longer than chapter 1 and 2 combined, in my opinion.
Yeah.
We get a little more deeper into the story with the introduction of Mr. Shiro and
Theo
the
as well,
music
right?
on the stage. Yeah, and Theo too. We get 2 characters. Well, yes, you do see Theo, I think, in the other chapters if you do a little adventuring. But this is where you get the real interaction, and Theo's just like, I don't like being here. We gotta go. But Madeline's like, no, I have to help Mr. Shiro. But then also the song, the whole like chapter 3 soundtrack.
Oh,
I
yeah.
love the intro, and then this build up here, and then the potential plot twist that will be coming up.
Yeah, both players now have cleaned up the resort, unlocked the door, and are headed to the roof. But they are going to be making a quick stop over at Demo Dash Land, which is pretty. That's the first time I've ever. I don't know. I'm never gonna call it Demo Dash Land again. I apologize, but this is a really cool, like visually, like really stunning. If you've never seen this skip before, because players are going to be attempting to kind of like teleport through this wall of dust, which you're going to see right now on Carbasi's screen.
Whoop! Nice.
Nice.
I'm assuming that was a first try get. Yep, nicely done. And there's a
So
setup here. You
hoping-
can see them kind of like wiggling on the wall because they're trying to set up like frame perfect to execute this maneuver.
It doesn't want to behave, so I'm gonna just not.
Yeah, it do be like that sometimes.
It definitely does.
So you can see what the on blobbity screen here. This is the room that you avoid doing. It's not too difficult, but it can be kind of tricky sometimes. You just have to go grab the key and head up.
That section can be quite a hang up. And also, you notice that Blobbity, she retried. And so that actually saves time because it puts Madeline back to the starting point. So you don't have to just traverse back. You're just like, well, I can get in, get out, and we're done.
Yeah, that's a really great point, FC, because the game, once you picked up a key, it stays with you even if you die. So there's a few spots in the game where you can grab the key, take an intentional death, and then it just spawns you, in a more convenient place that'll save you some time from having to backtrack.
I believe we'll see it in the later end of the game, near the end of the game, actually. So not to spoil anything for those that are tuning in for the first time.
Yeah, so
But both runners now
Yep.
are in the Oshiro chase here, and again, the climax of the chapter. I think everybody has their own opinions on it, but it also sticks with them due to it. And we got carbasi coming through, finishing up here. Well, basically with Oshiro, he's not happy. He's not happy with
He's an angry boy.
Yeah, and he's gonna hone in on Madeline's position, send out a bolt of lightning to let the player know that, hey, I'm gonna come over and say hi to you, and basically just beeline straight at her. And in addition to that, we have dust bunnies and everything of the sort. But both players actually very good final screens there.
Really well handled there by both runners. Let's take a look at those postcard screens. FC, tell us where we stand so far.
Right. So we've got a 957 from carbasi, and blobbity, she has a 1045. So a little bit of a more of a distance there from carbasi, but again, we have so much game to play.
Just about
Anything
a
can
minute,
happen.
but yeah, so much game left as we get ready to head into Golden Ridge. I think one of the trickier chapters to speedrun. I think.
I know that I said the city is pretty technical. I feel like Ridge is also
Ridge, yeah,
very up there.
It's
Wait,
there's a strat for every screen.
I expect an alley ship.
Also, this is my least favorite chapter.
Oh, you're
I
good.
really,
Yeah,
I really-
don't mind me being in the
Yeah,
last game.
That's fine.
So good.
That's fine. No big deal. Okay, we're ready. Let's count it down into Ridge. Ridge beginning in 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah, just exclamation point. YouTube, I don't have a ton of stuff on there, but there are some good tutorials for Demo Dash. There's a tutorial for setting up and executing the Demo Dash if you guys are curious about that. And also all of the Speed School episodes are there. Exclamation point Speed School if you guys want to submit your own Speed School style tutorial to be featured here at the Moonberry Cup and just on YouTube and in my stream in general. We would appreciate it.
Those
Okay.
videos are great, by the way. I
Oh,
really
yeah.
like them. Small little tidbits, just
Yeah, quick
Ain't
little
outlined.
quick little hits. It's easy to digest, minute video. But there's so many cool strats in this game. It's so fun to see them and to learn them, and for a new runner, it's nice just to have like a quick resource. But both runners here are synced up. I think carbasi with a very, very, very slight lead, if any. But yeah, this is Golden Ridge is it's tricky. You have the wind for the first time. The wind pushes against Madeline and kind of makes like everything you do. It changes all your movement, your jumps, your dashes, your walk. And so runners are gonna have to contend with that. I think Bubbles, is this the first time we're seeing Bubbles as well?
yes, bubbles appear for the first time here. We have these auto scroller blocks, the clouds. They really Maddie really kind of threw a lot into this chapter.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's just a lot of things to take in here, and I think it ties in well with the story, which this chapter has a very significant scene in it, which we are not going to see because speedrunners, we skip everything.
Yes.
So, but there's a lot. There are some cool speedrun tech things that I know I didn't find out actually until I got into this time, like around the time range for both carbasi and blobbity, with the green bubbles, excuse me. If you dash while you as soon as you get into one, you immediately dash out of it.
Yeah,
they
yeah.
immediately activate.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yep, there's a little bit of a difference. Like if you just enter a bubble and let it kind of launch you, versus if you dash out of the bubble, it's a little bit faster. So that's just something that you can do. Pretty easy time save over the course of the game. However many bubbles you use times, maybe a second per bubble or something. Adds up. But that's just something that's very easy to do.
Yeah. It feels like I would want to say a second. I could be over generous, but still, for example, we'll give a half second as a guesstimate. So there were 3 bubbles there, 1.5 seconds.
Yeah.
You have a room coming up. I think there's 6. So all of those just continuously, it's free time save.
All saving you time, absolutely. And both runners now into the final section here, which is called Cliff Face. You can see those white lines indicating the wind is really pushing against the players. But so far, it looks like
I forgot about the most notorious new element.
Oh, yeah.
The snowballs.
The snowballs, yes.
Ugh.
Snowballs, which are being thrown by angry yetis, which is my own personal lore. I keep trying to contact the development team to confirm or deny, and they have not yet returned my my emails. So I'm just going to continue on with the fact that they are thrown by angry yeti. Carbasi first to the finish line. Blob right behind, wrapping it up. Nice. That was pretty close.
Also, to this last screen, they throw a little plot twist in there by introducing 2 more things. 1, the wind is now pushing Madeline towards her destination, and 2, the wind stops in the middle of it just to keep the player on their toes.
Yeah. Yep. Changing it up there, trying to make you make a mistake. Let's see. It looks like that was a 3:50 ridge from Carbasi and a 4-minute-ish ridge for Blobbity. So still that same about a minute difference here as we get ready to head into Mirror Temple. I think we're going to see Mirror Temple A from both runners all the way through.
I think so.
I may or may not be 45 seconds ahead of PB.
Oh, so, okay. No one jinx it.
Yeah, I'm about tied with PB at the moment as well.
Let's go.
Okay, let's go. Moonberry Cup.
Like
PB's only today, guys. PB's only.
I got a 20-second 3A PB.
Okay, we are ready to get into Mirror Temple. This is my favorite chapter. Let's begin. Mirror Temple in 3, 2, 1, go. Mirror Temple. I just love Mirror Temple. It's got just a really cool aesthetic, really pleasing aesthetic for me. It's a really, it's kind of a dark chapter. It's very confusing and purposefully, especially the casual playthrough. There's a lot of twists and turns. You get turned around, and that's just fits with the whole theme of a mirror, right? So Madeline, this whole game is kind of confronting herself, and in a really confusing and a time when they're very lost and confused. So Mirror Temple is just kind of really embodies that whole vibe, I think.
I love the level design here. It's very different from all of the other chapters that the player has encountered. You have all these different winding paths that you can go through. Everything is just kind of not, it's all dimmed.
Yeah.
You have lights that are appearing. There's a sense of mystery,
It's a very non-linear chapter for sure, because you're just constantly trying to find out where to go. Obviously speedrunning's a little different because we know exactly where to go, but yeah, casually you're just really kind of just fumbling around in the dark here.
And then one cool thing too is like with these lights here, I found this out from a YouTube video. I don't remember which one, unfortunately, but you have the two different colors. You have the blue lights and the yellow lights. And so it's designed to where if you are around a bunch of blue lights, there is no danger present. But anytime there's a yellow light,
Oh.
Madeline runs into the risk of having a hazard or something to cause the death.
Wow, that's cool. I didn't know that.
It's a nice little thing to let the players know, like, hey, you can kind of relax here.
Right.
Because I mean, with everything, this too, I thought that on carbasi screen, I thought this was a fantastic mini little tutorial here, where you take control of the seeker,
Yeah,
and
you,
it teaches you so much.
you become a seeker here in a kind of like a dream state, and yeah, one of the things level like game design wise that I thought was cool was like you started as a seeker. You can see here on blobbity screen, and then you have to go left, and like going left in video games is always kind of like off-put. It's kind of strange, you know, like video games you're just always traveling to the right, and then for them to kind of flip that here is like very interesting, I think.
Yeah, and unraveling is just like, this is where the music starts kind of amping up a little bit, and it's very chaotic. And
yeah, these
then this
seekers too. I mean, can you talk a little bit about like the seekers and how they work?
so the seekers will kind of like be a little docile and until they see Madeline, and they get kind of angry. The eye turns into a mouth, which is now to really think about it, that's really unsettling. So, but the seekers will kind of beeline in, as you see there on carbasi screen. You can bop them. They also can hit the coins and stuff, and we have these like cool little Star Trek teleporter looking zones, I guess, is if you want to call it. The seekers actually cannot pass through them. And then we have these red breakable walls, which can only be broken by the seekers. So there's just like a lot that they kind of provide. But it's kind of ironic because Madeline is not trying to deal with them, but at the same time she has to deal with them to kind of set some stuff up here.
Just real quick here on carbasi screen, this is the most important skip you can learn if you are new to the game. It's called Search Skip, and that was executed really, really nicely. We're going to see it again here on blobbity's screen. The reason it's so important is you're able to actually skip having to collect 2 keys from like 2 different paths, return both keys, open doors, take a bubble to the left. The skip itself is not too difficult. It will require some practice, but you can see on blobbity's screen, it's all about just dashing into the wall, doing like a reverse, and just getting to both players showing how it's done there. And the good thing about that skip is not only does it save a ton of time, but it's not that tough. And even if you fail a few times and have to retry, it's still faster than the intended route. So that's by far, I think everyone who knows this game agrees, that's the most important skip in the game.
Can confirm it saved me 6 minutes.
Yeah.
Saved me about 3, I think.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah. Very big, important.
Very, very valuable.
I do believe it is the most time save that you have in the run. For myself, I think it saved me 2 minutes, but this is also this was pre 5B and everything else. So
yeah, and if you run that intentional route like optimally, it might save you a minute. But I mean, most people don't run it optimally. So yeah, but it's just one of the best skips you can learn. And again, it's not too difficult.
Yeah, even if you miss it a couple times, you still save.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, 2 minutes. We heard 6 minutes. There's a lot of time to try and get it.
So you can see here this Theo trapped here in a crystal ball of emotions, and we're now on an escort mission. Theo has to come with you, and you cannot let Theo die falling into like a hole. You have to bring Theo with you, and Theo also kind of affects everything you do. The jumping is different when holding Theo, the dashing, so runners are going to have to contend with that. Carbasi here with the advantage, first to the final screen here. Blobbity not too far behind.
Yeah, Blobbity 2 screens-ish.
Yep. Nice bop there on that Seeker. Really
Deathless?
well handled. Into this final screen, which can be tricky. Again, it's not a dangerous screen. You can't die, but these like energy waves push Madeline back, and it's very easy to get caught and end up behind these these floor gaps and the waves pushing you. So that was really well handled. by both runners. Let's take a look at the journal and see what happened with the times.
Whoa.
Whoa.
I can't I can't see the time because
Whoa.
I thought it was my
Why the
stream was
what?
behind, so I refreshed and I'm watching an ad.
Yeah, no worries. It's 19 Carbasi with a 1936, blobbity with a 21 minutes flat.
Oh, nice.
So Carbasi still has the lead, but heading into Reflection, which is one of the longer chapters in the game. Of course, anything can happen.
Let's not
Carbasi, are you
joke.
still on PB pace?
1 minute and 8 seconds.
You love
Jesus.
To see it. You love to see
Oh,
it.
let's go.
I'm gonna
I'm
choke
still-
so hard.
I'm
No, you got this. You got this. You got
PB
this.
pace again.
38. God.
A lot of speed. A lot of speed happening today.
There you see, guys. Just don't die and you will PB.
Easy. Sounds easy. Okay, here we go. Reflection. Beginning in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. Reflection is as I just mentioned, a long chapter and introduces right away this new mechanic, which is called feather, the feathering or feather mechanic.
Mm-hmm. So basically, it allows Madeline to kind of pop in. Again, story-related stuff. Back, kind of introduced in chapter 4, but not really. And it allows you to basically free move around for a set amount of time.
Mhm.
Also, we have our lovely Kevin blocks here, which basically, once you hit them on one side, and they'll go in direction indefinitely until they collide into a wall. One thing that Madeline has to be mindful of is getting squished or getting propelled into spikes from Kevin. Also, the reason we call him Kevin, the sound engineer from Powered Up Gaming, Kevin, did a lot of stuff for the game, including making that sound effect. I believe there is still a clip of him actually recording it where he's doing the noises as well, but there's also a thing too where Kevin blocks can appear underwater. So what they did is they actually submerged their head underwater.
I was gonna say, yeah, that was the thing, right?
And
Didn't they
then
put their head in like
yeah.
a bucket and
Mm-hmm.
that's awesome.
It's hilarious
Did
to
either
watch,
player
to be
do the
honest.
neutral jump skip? I saw Carbasi did not do the neutral jump skip. Did Blobbity do the neutral jumps?
I was not sure. I was looking
missed
at
it.
Carbasi's screen.
Is this the one for Hollow's start boom? If so, I did.
Okay. So you had one. There's a optimization there. You can neutral jump up the right wall. It avoids you having to go back left, grab a feather, and take the feather up. And again, this is a chapter with multiple, not really as non-linear as Mirror Temple, but there are multiple branching pathways. The first one you just saw, I think both players took bottom route. There's also a top route. And then you're going to see again, coming up shortly, another branching bottom or top route option.
Yeah, Hollow says like this. It's a quote-unquote maze, but it's not really. You just get to choose.
Mm-hmm.
For the most part, runners will try to take the top route as much as they can, except for this screen coming up on Blobbity's side. You can either go top or bottom here. Top is a little faster, but also a little trickier. Blobbity going for it right now. Let's go.
Nicely done.
And then the bottom route is also there too. I still take the bottom route, even though my time is a 33:15. I just never learned how to do the top route.
Yeah, top
like,
route is
you know.
like optimally top route is faster, but if you do, bottom route pretty fast, and it's not a huge difference as far as I know.
Always this room.
Tough death there. I know this is a room that's like really struggle. I really struggle with this room as well. I recently learned a new strat which enables you to you do not need to grab the second feather, and since I picked that one up, it's really made it more consistent for me. But yeah, anybody who's hung out in my stream knows that room is like canonically an anti-Majama room. Always die there.
So Carbasi's going for a nice little shortcut. These are all in developer intended shortcuts that both runners are kind of going through. Blobbity getting there. It's nice because there is a checkpoint here. So if you do take a death, it's okay. Before, I think there was a big debate as to whether or not to get that checkpoint or to not. And I think in the end, it's like, if you don't get that checkpoint, it's a little faster, but not like the reward is, oh my goodness. Okay, let's go.
Okay.
That was a great save. Oh my gosh.
I've got to watch this back now just to see what that was.
Oh, I bet.
It was something. Definitely worth a rewatch.
Okay, we are confronting now ourselves here, confronting Battling. Get your hey
What just happened there?
Hey guys in chat.
This part too, iconic. Very iconic. Like, ooh, I'm getting caught up just thinking about it now. It's just like everything comes to a boiling point here, and this is where literally Madeline is like, you know what? I'm gonna confront myself, and we're gonna settle this.
Yeah, I absolutely love it. I love it as well. And you know, I spoke about it a little bit on the first race, but the first time we see Badeline in Old Sight, if you'll remember, she's chasing us and multiplying, and we are just trying to avoid her. And now you can see Madeline is the aggressor finally.
I know. As many times I've gone through the game, I never thought about it like that.
Yeah, and only recently I think someone mentioned it to me, and it really clicked. Like, yeah, that makes sense. Tito says finally trying to hug Badeline. Yes, just a hug.
Yep.
That's all she wants.
And then also too, the lasers and the orbs and everything. It's just like as close to besides the Shiro, close to a quote unquote boss fight.
Yeah, this is as close as it gets, and that's one of the things that I really like about this game is the simplicity of it. There's no weapons, there's no items, there are enemies, but there's not a whole lot in terms of like battle. But this is the closest that you get to a boss fight here. Smoke Pig. Shout out to Smoke Pigs for pointing out the fact that we are now the aggressor versus Old Sight. Smoke, so wise.
So Carbasi now on the, I like to call the remix part, where Badeline is just really not happy.
Yeah. And
kind of moving blocks with her mind. So but even then, Madeline is like, nope, we're gonna see this through.
Yeah, this is again, the speedrunners here today are making it look pretty easy to blow through, but like a casual player, first time through, including myself, I mean anybody casually, this is a lot. You have like the lasers, the energy kind of balls coming at you. You have like moving blocks. You've got these spikes everywhere. You've got to navigate using these feathers. Like there's a lot going on.
The bumpers too.
Bumpers, yeah.
No!
Oh, this is a sketchy final screen here. Oh my god, you hate to see it, Carbasi. Just missed timing the dash there. Wow. Again, in true like Celeste chapter fashion, the final screen is long. There's no checkpoint, and it's difficult. So in terms of speed running, it's very important that you get through cleanly. Carbasi here struggling a bit, allowing Blobbity to pull ahead.
Bad.
Such is the way of the last screen.
That's it.
Yeah. Killed a golden attempt from me at the end of it once, and I have never forgiven it.
Yeah.
That boom is not fun. I think that might be a 680.
Let's go.
Not by
Nicely
much,
done
by
there.
a few seconds.
Both runners are through. Both runners have their 2 dashes now. Heading into Summit. Remember, let's look at the postcard, or let's look at the journals, but remember, there's no postcard for the Summit, so we'll just ready up at the climb screen. I'll count us down into it. But first, of course, let's open up the journals. And FC What do the times say? I think blobbity made up a little bit of time there.
Get up a little bit of time there. Yeah, blobbity coming in with the 747 and carbasi with an 801. So getting a little bit there as we head into the final stretch again. The summit now, the longest chapter of all of them.
Oh yeah.
And so anything is possible. We're gonna want to pay attention to 1500, definitely.
Yeah.
2500. See that door skip action, and then of course the downdraft and updraft portions. But those are like the really pinpoint areas that we'll want to see if where the lead could change.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of time can be won or lost in those sections for sure. Okay, so here we go. Carbasi.
So who wants to see a 15-minute summit?
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Did someone say 15-minute summit?
15-minute summit gets you a PB.
No.
Oh, you're just anticipating a
that's where it'll
15-minute
happen.
summit. Oh, okay.
I need like a 12-minute 40, I think.
Okay, doable.
Yeah, it is. My PB has a 12 minutes, so...
Oh, there you go.
My
Alright,
PB
here
has
we
a
go.
12:10.
We are in position. Both runners are ready to show their best summits possible. Blobbity's going to have to really hope that Carbasi loses a little bit of time here. We got about a minute in between the runners. But we're ready to go. Let's get into summit. Beginning in 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, wait. There's no cutscene skip.
Okay.
Oh.
Summit. So Summit is the longest chapter by far, which we'd mentioned, and it's difficult to speedrun because you really have to hold your concentration for a long time. You have to do a lot of strats, consistently over 10 minutes or so, and it's at the very end of the game, so you're already mentally and physically maybe a little bit tired. So it's a really difficult chapter to finish the run out on. But it's basically a throwback to each chapter that you've already completed with kind of bookends. You have this, which both runners completed, called Start or 0 meters. Both runners now simultaneously heading into 500 meters, which is going to look familiar. It's a throwback to Forsaken City. And then we're going to see the rest of the chapters as well. And then to finish it all off, 3,000 meters, which is a pretty difficult climb to the top.
It's true. And also, the levels are now set to complement the fact that Madeline has 2 dashes now. So there's a lot more, or I should say a lot less floor to deal with.
Yep.
A lot more hazards and everything, but with that extra mobility, it works out.
And you can see
Also too-
that the pink hair is the new dash. You can see indicated by whether if she has pink hair, she has 2 dashes, red hair 1, and blue hair 0. And then the same rules apply where you get your dashes back if you touch the ground, if you enter a bubble, if you enter a dream block. Those all replenish your dashes. Hit a spring. Springs replenish your dashes too.
Start back in our dream block area here. And with the dream blocks too, you have the option of actually, as you exit them, you can jump to get a little more momentum. And you can actually perform hypers out of them, which, we actually haven't really talked about the hyper dash in all the other speed tech. So Madeline, if you... Wow, it's been so long since I've actually had to explain it. I might mess this up. So, we have the basic mechanics from Madeline, dashing and jumping and grabbing. If you hold down and forward and perform a dash in, I think it's, I don't know the amount of frames, but I'm going to say before frame 14, if you jump, you maintain that dash speed while in the air. And so it allows for some really cool movement. Also, too, you can chain those together, and if you do, the speed she can go faster, which you can see in Awake. and a few other places as well. And so it's just like you have these really opportunities to just have Madeline go ultra fast.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we call them ultra. So.
Ultras, yep. There's a lot of really
And
cool
the cool thing
speed tech, just movement stuff, not even like skips or strats, but it's really just movement tech. And we do have some speed school episodes on that, which we can show after this match before we head into bingo. But both runners now into the 1500 meters section, and blobbity with the advantage here, and really through the dangerous bits. Carbasi as well, I would say, now through the dangerous parts where you can really lose some time on a few of those screens. And blobbity is going to touch this orb at just about 4 minutes.
That was a very solid 1500 from blobbity.
Very nice, yeah.
Deathless?
One, I believe.
Carbasi in the final screen here too.
Okay, touching the orb at about 4:15, so right there we know a 15-second swing so far. That's exactly what blobbity is going to need to see some more of. Increase that lead. She's got about a minute to make up here, which is very possible in Summit.
Mm-hmm. We have the screen here on blobbity's side where, again, a long screen, and everything is coming towards Madeline. We've got wind again.
Yep.
And snowball.
Quick berry grab.
Blobbity going for auto scroller skip.
Oh, here we go. Auto scroller skip. The auto scroller is the intended route. The auto scroller skip is another route, and then the auto scroller skip is what you just saw there on blobbity's screen. And Carbasi taking the intended route, which is not a bad play, just keeping it safe. The auto scroller skips are a little bit dangerous, so sometimes it's good just to play it safe, especially in a race condition.
But you do get a lot of time saved from it. And actually, blobbity tearing through this 2,000 right now.
Carbasi doing well too, and I think has closed the gap a little bit, but it may still be maybe about a 10-second deficit still. We'll find out shortly, as both runners are now on the final screen of the subsection. Ooh, that's gonna hurt Carbasi with an unfortunate dash. I've done that particular dash many times, trying to squeeze past those spikes. This has really opened the door for blobbity here.
And blobbity now in 2,500.
Yep.
Some really cool screens in 2,500. This one in particular.
Oh, blobbity taking the intended route down here. Haven't seen this one in a while.
I don't know the key strat yet.
We'll definitely have to do the speed school key strat from the Palm Top Tiger after this one. We'll show that one. Oh, both runners. Wow.
Oh.
Interesting. It's just one of the cool things that I love about this game and speedrunning is, every runner, even though we're all doing a lot of the same strats and we all do them in similar ways, I think everyone kind of has their own fingerprint when it comes to runs. And one of the things that I just love to do is just watching people's runs, and you get to kind of learn their styles. You may pick up something from one runner's style, and may pick something up from another runner's style, but everyone kind of does their own things. Ickle Chris.
Wait, there's a Moonberry Cup today?
Welcome in, Ickle Chris. Thank you so much for being a valued member of the Inner Circle. Once again, thanks to everyone who has subbed, donated, gift subs, bits, all that stuff. I greatly appreciate it. Really helps us out here. Keep the Moonberry Cup getting better and better. And blobbity now into the final section, 3,000 meters, where we're seeing for the first time in the game downwind. This section's called downdraft, and it's tricky. It really feels like just heavy gravity here.
We have a hype train going on in chat. Let's go. Also, blobbity tearing through this downdraft here. I feel like that they're on a very strong chance to compete right now. This last section here.
Chat popping off. Thank you guys.
And carbasi now.
Big
making
Brain
their way
Lane just
through
gave
the
us
downdraft
100
on
bits.
flag number
Kachi.
25. Also, too, what's different about the summit or the 3000 section here is, you know, usually your checkpoint is when you enter a room. The checkpoints in this section here is actually all of the flags. Every time you get one, you take a death, you'll respawn to that one. And just a couple of particular ones to worry about. Flag number 13. I don't know if that was intentional or not for them to make that one a little dicey. But that one,
Your timing is impeccable.
I wonder what happened.
I'm known to hand out a lot of commentator curses. I may or may not be proud of that. But another one too, flag number 9. That one would be a little oof as well, just depending on how things go. Blobbity making it through 13 here. Carbasi not too far behind. And also too, the updraft here too. Forgot to mention this. So basically, it's the actual opposite of, you know, what was going on in downdraft.
Yep.
Madeline stays a little floating for a little bit, but
Black
again,
Cash 3
the
just
mountain is
gave
like,
us
okay, well, we're gonna make it
245
so
bits.
that
Kachi.
there's not a lot of
Party
places to
one,
land.
party
You're
one,
just gonna
party
really
one,
rely on
party
that.
one, party one, party one.
Oh god, Black Cage. Party 1. Thank you, Black Cage. I thought that was going to read out like a million of them. I'm glad it did. Party 1. Okay, so let's see. Blobbity onto all the way up to flag 5.
Oh yeah, this is. I don't want to jinx it. I don't want
Yeah.
to curse it, but I think
we have a race.
We have a race. Possibly double PB. Can we get another one?
Oh my god, could you imagine? Guys, by the way, I just wanted to
I'm
mention exclamation point Discord. We are having like we usually have a voice chat open for Moonberry Cup audience if you want to hang out in there. Oh my god, Blobbity. This is like one of my least favorite flags here, flag 3. It's just such an awkward flag. You have this feathering, you have these like narrow gaps to navigate through, and it's right at the end of the run. It's really tricky.
Yeah, it's always flag 2 for me.
Flag 2,
Yeah.
another tricky one. You have this like really like wide open area. You have to hit the spring and time these 2 dashes perfectly to get to the edge of the cliff hanging here.
Oh, got my heart.
Okay,
Oh, let's go, Carbasi. You got this. You got this.
let's
You
go.
both got this.
Let's go. PB time. PB time. Flag 1. I'm both runners on flag run now. Let's go. It's flag 1.
Oh,
Let's go. Can we get just all PBs all day? Is this what we're gonna do? Just PBs nonstop?
How does one PB bingo? I have to ask.
Let's actually go.
Hey,
Sub
let's
40.
go.
Sub 40 for Carbasi and a 40-34 for Blobbity. 2 more PBs, guys. What is going on?
we just let me foreplay for bye-bye.
Yep.
Actually
You're sending all
insane.
the PB energy so we can get that world record.
Holy shit.
Actually, GG.
I was saying jokingly like,
It's-
haha, what if I PB
that's
in
it.
Moonberry Cup? And
That's a 1 minute 11 PB.
Oh my
that's
god.
a
You love to see it.
30 second for me.
You love to see it.
Oh.
So if you guys speedrun this game and you're struggling with PB, just come on the Moonberry Cup. Just come race. It's like a free PB.
Yeah, I might have to do that. I might have to do that.
I have to
Free
follow up.
PB. Oh my god. Gin Ginster. Gin Ginster. Chat is popping off right now. They're so excited for PBs.
Gotta take a look at this. I'm looking at the chat on mobile just to see.
Wow. Insane. 46 deaths, 34 deaths. Very clean, actually. Both
How do I
runners.
sign up for free PB?
Very clean.
Yeah, no, I'm retiring. Goodbye.
That's it. Doesn't get any better
There's
than
no
that.
more gaming left to be done.
We've maximized gaming. Okay, well, thanks, guys. This has been incredible. Thank you so much for taking
really
part in the race, Blobbity, Carbasi, and of course, my co-commentator, FC Racer.
Thanks for having me. Had a great time. Congrats again to both runners on getting PBs today, and all runners.
All runners, yeah, all runners PBing.